I mixed it in my stuff, you know, pre-workout and all. About 20 minutes before I went to the gym, you know, I had my workout, and I went home, and she was getting ready to go to the gym. So I put another scoop in, another bottle of water, and I drank it.
So I drank 2 scoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he forgot.
I went to the shop about. Finally got there, and I started working a little bit. Man, I was sweating I was sweating bullets.
Yeah.
I'm real sensitive to stimulant. So, dude, I had pulled a cot out of my office, and I put it in front of my grinder and my fan, and I fell asleep for like 2 hours in my shop.
So that's what happens. So people think, oh, they'll take some stimulants, and like it's not working. They didn't wait for it to kick in or whatever.
It crashes me out.
So they take more, and your body wants it to fucking sleep until it goes away.
Who wants to know why?
Go.
This is called your acetylator status. So whenever I was in one of my bio classes, every person's individual. So some people have a faster acetylator status than others. If you can take those in, break them down, and use them, then you get energy. And it'll show it, like we did these tests anyway to show it. But those who can't, it processes and it builds up and builds up and builds up, and your body, instead of giving you that really twacked out feeling and being usable, sometimes it'll make you crash like that. It'll just take you down.
And when I get back, when I overdid it, I couldn't flood it with water.
What he means is when he overdosed.
Yeah, it won't work. It'll just.
Well, it was yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I tried it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really.
I told you.
I know it. Well, I did. I did one.
Yeah.
And then I waited an hour and I did another one.
Yeah.
And it's not that you don't have energy. It's just you don't feel good.
Well, I didn't think. I was on the treadmill. On the elliptical, and when I got off, I was like, oh man, well that was cool. So I went back to the gym and I did some stuff while she was on the elliptical.
Oh, so you did 2 gym exercises?
Yeah. So I put another scoop in and drank it, and then when I finally got to work, I was just like, oh gosh.
Like if I'm gonna use, if I need something a little more, like I use Hyperlean 6:30 in the morning, and when we go to the gym, I use the 187. So I'm using 2 separate products. It's not the same ingredients. So it'll still give me a little bit more.
I hadn't started taking that fat stuff yet.
The funny thing was when we first got the Hyperlean, he asked me, how many should I take? I was like, 1, and I go about, because it comes to the weekend, I'm on the treadmill at the gym.
I'd have to quarter that thing.
Yeah, me and Mallory are sitting there walking, and I get a text message from Johnny. He goes, what happens if you take 2? And I said, well, I wouldn't take 2.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, no, I know. It was an accident, and he goes, well, I think I just took 2. And I was like, oh.
I had 10 fucking products written on a piece of paper rather than written on the bottle.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying.
Yeah. He was like, am I going to be okay? I was like, I'll be fine.
Yeah, like one time when I was in high school, man, I took like some of the no-dos.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, like, I literally went home and slept for like 12 hours. Mm-hmm. It put me down, and
I said, you down.
Ever since that, I got to be real careful with taking anything.
So which
Red Bull, any of that stuff.
It's actually a good thing to know, that way that you don't ever overdo it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to overdo it.
Some people can drink it like.
Well, that stuff tastes so good, man. It's not like drinking Red Bulls and stuff where you actually know.
It tastes like medicine.
Yeah, it's like it's like Gatorade. And I kept watering it down. I'd go, like I said, I'd do some abs, and I'd go back over to the water dispenser, and I'd fill it up and dilute it again. And finally, I said I finished the whole thing, and it just like.
Gatorade's full of sugar, right?
I don't drink it.
So you're getting another amino?
I'm gonna put one at the shop.
Yeah.
What flavor are you getting?
That's lemonade.
Lemonade.
See, I like
What's your favorite one?
This one.
The lemonade? You like that?
Because I'm gonna mix because I got that lemon 187 or the lemon strawberry lemonade or whatever it is.
Cherry limeade.
Cherry limeade. So they'll probably mix good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that tropical to the shop.
And the good thing about that aminos. Someone asked a question, but I already knew, but like it's.
This doesn't have.
No, there's nothing. It's just food. You can literally, before you could technically overdose, so to speak, on that, you'd have to take the whole jug in a day.
And you die from the fucking amount of water.
And I did see that it does have taurine in it.
A little bit.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure before I started taking a bunch of that.
But it's in no way a stimulant, and it shouldn't give you that effect.
Okay.
You can
because in Red Bull they put that. That's like the focus stuff, right?
Right.
You can take any of the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
And mix them and create a brand new flavor. And even if it sounds like they don't go together, They actually,
Yeah,
they
they're all
fucking
pretty
work.
good.
The
Like
best thing about this
What do they
stuff
call it when you're a kid? You know, you go to the
is
bathroom
how
and
soluble,
suicide.
Yeah,
how
suicide.
soluble it is.
Mhm.
It's like it don't, you
Dude,
know,
all of his shit's like
it
that.
just like disappears.
And that's
the
that's
protein's the same way.
That's another big difference where if you've ever taken stuff, you know how it's like a bunch of shit at the bottom? It actually goes back to the processing, and that's just cheaper processed. You end up with some raws down there that, what are they? I don't know. Maybe or may not be any good.
And you drink that last drink and you get all that concentration of whatever
I
you
mixed
got it.
I think it was the orange one with the tropical, and it tasted like fucking tangerine. Like it had a whole nother. Somebody's like, hey, you guys should make a guava. Who the fuck? I've never seen any sport product that's called guava.
Sounds too fancy. Give me something
You
basic.
can't sell enough of it. It's got to have cookies and cream, peanut butter,
Mmm.
fucking call it chocolate cake, whatever. We can sell the shit out of some chocolate cake.
That's all my shit.
We took his chocolate, put sexual chocolate, that's what we sell it as, and vanilla vagina. We sell the shit out of it. We can't keep it in.
It was funny. I thought that was a joke, and then I looked on the website. I was like, "You really called it vanilla vagina, didn't you?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, well, people buy it though."
Justin said that's what he wanted to call it. He couldn't get away
Yeah,
with it.
that's what he said. He was like, "I'd call it vanilla vagina."
So we did. So what are you working on right now? How's the knife making?
Just stuff for the gather.
Visibility.
Are you gonna do anything Cerakoted or green or?
Do what?
No, I'm just working on fixed blades right now.
Are you? What was that metal you made one for? He came out of the booth at Blade Show. The Bush.
What's craft French roast?
I don't know.
Ryan Gallagher.
He had one from you.
Dude, there's no telling. Man.
It was
Ryan's
like
got so many.
a non-magnetic or some kind of looking metal. It was really light, but it had your grind on it. I mean, he came and showed it to me.
Beta type?
Maybe. I don't know much about the metal.
Probably not.
It was like a different colors though. It was different wavy looking colors, but it was gorgeous. I'd never seen
It
one.
may have been tie.
Yeah, it was badass looking.
Just some, I don't know, who knows, man.
Done made a few of those.
So does Mocha tie not make a good blade?
No,
It's too soft.
it's tie. I mean, most tie wouldn't make a good blade anyway.
Makes a good looking blade. Doesn't
So
make
this is more not a good blade probably.
That's
Damascus.
that's carbon Damascus.
Yeah.
That's steel.
Oh, I thought it has a lot of tie in it. To
No,
get
I
those
don't
colors.
have. No, that's just different. That's just different material. I think Mick uses 5160 and like or 15.
And what I didn't mean not a
20
good
or-
blade. I mean
No, it's
Not
like
good
well,
for
basically only way that what happens is you basically have two different kinds of metals in there, and one, in that case, when he puts that in the oven and like straws it out, one of those metals straws blue before the other one, so that's what gives it. That's what that brings out the pattern. And you also can put it in ferric chloride and do the same thing.
That's so crazy.
So one has got more chromium in it than the other one. So one turns black and one stays silver. You know.
I want a fucking big piece of Mocha tie.
Well, I know where you can get it.
Chad
It
doesn't make big huge pieces.
It
like
doesn't
that.
come like. It has to be rolled. When he rolls it, it's built in a rolling mill. You can get pieces this light, but they're only gonna be about 6 inches wide.
No, I want a 12 by 12 by 12 block.
No, they don't really make that.
So Chad did better figure it out.
It's forge welded.
You could get just
So
a
he
few
needs a
blocks
bigger
and put them
forge.
together so it looks like a big Rubik's Cube.
You'd have to have a big old rolling mill for that.
I want a combat cock table. This big, pyramid. Slice the top off. Put a piece of glass on top. Take the top, weld a little beak, make another little cock that sits on top of the table.
That's insane.
Of course it is.
I just get some.
It's made of bits
I
of
just
real
get some
panther.
like corian
So what?
formica or something.
No! You can't do that. You know we're having big metal combat cocks welded for outside.
Well, I can understand that, but
And they're gonna breathe fire.
you know, Mogatai cost
Yeah, a lot.
a piece for a scale is just for one side of the knife scale is $300.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's crazy. Is it just because it's so hard to make or handle or whatever?
Well, you got to figure out how to weld titanium together in a
But I intend to buy
It's
all
hard
of
to
them.
work with, isn't it?
Huh?
It's hard to weld titanium and stuff.
You don't want to bond.
Yeah.
I intend to buy every piece of mocha tie that Chad
Well,
makes
it's
from
the
here on.
same. It's the same thing.
And
It's
we're
the
gonna
same
just-
as the Damascus.
To get mocha
Yeah.
tie, you have to come through SOE.
Good luck with that.
Huh?
Good luck with that. That shit is. I know it's
Then he doesn't have to worry about distribution. He can just do, fly around on helicopters.
I don't think he makes that much money. He's probably sweating his balls off right
I'll
now.
bet he is. Where is he?
He's right beside the Tupelo. But he's running forage. So the forage is sometimes he runs 2. They run about 2,000 degrees.
Woo. And you can't cool that building.
No, you can't. It's like I said, it's the foraging shop in Tupelo is Blue Springs is a hot place in July and August.
They gotta wear like the big metal heat suits or whatever when they're around it.
No, he wears a t-shirt.
Shit.
Well, see, the thing
Well,
It's
is,
gotta be
insulated.
slowly cooking and
well, no, because when it all starts on, I don't know about mocha tie, but I don't know how to make that. But the Damascus starts on a big stick. I mean, so it's a metal, like stainless Damascus. It's a piece of 1x1 structural tubing, and it'll be about 4 foot long, and then all the stuff is in a can. And then, it's in structural tubing 4x4, and then they welds a cap on there, and he puts a bung in it for argon purge. So it's basically, you have to put it in a thing, so every time he heats that up, he's toting all that metal, squeezing it, puts it back in there until everything bonds, and then starts rolling meal. And
It's fucking hard.
that's why
it's a
people
whole
buy it,
science.
because there's no way in hell you could pay me
Yeah,
a
you
bank.
ain't making that shit in the
sounds,
garage.
that sounds shitty as all get out. I
Well,
wouldn't.
you can with carbon. Stainless is a little different. Carbon, you can do a lot of different stuff. Mick has got a good video on his YouTube channel where he's making some carbon.
The one
Damascus.
Kibo made?
Yeah, dude, that video's sick.
That's a good way to see how to make small batch. That's what he does with that stuff there.
Yeah,
This is one Marissa did.
Yeah.
yeah, that video's badass. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything knife making wise.
Yeah.
When I very first started working here, they're like, "Oh, Strider." I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah,
we're
he's.
gonna get Chemo to do a video for us.
Did you see them pictures that he shot of Mick's bike?
Yes.
It's
Which
hard.
ones?
The ones he shot of Mick's chopper that he built. Those are nice.
Mick set it down,
Mm-hmm.
and then he fixed it.
Yeah, no, you just had them do it.
Yeah, they were.
So
they're
there's
on
a
Instagram
second.
right now.
There's a second one.
I didn't see that one. I seen the last ones he put up.
Yeah.
This was like 2 weeks ago.
So I think Mick's actually going to build some choppers.
He's got an eye for it.
Dude, Mick built the bumpers. So we got a K5 Chevy Blazer, and we would drive through these old abandoned riverbeds back on the military base and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and we just keep going. Well, you drive 4 miles down, and all of a sudden you hit a wall. And Matt goes, "What are you going to do?" I go, "Well, we're just going to hit it, and hopefully it'll pop the front end up enough that the tires will grab and it'll fucking shoot us up out of here." So we did that for about 20 minutes, and it never worked. So I come back.
See that in Fall Guy or something?
No. So we had to drive backwards miles.
Yeah.
And it's shitty driving backwards.
Yeah.
Your neck hurts. Like, driving backwards in a parking lot's one thing. Driving backwards for miles, that's a whole
They don't have backup cameras
No,
back
they
then.
didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was before backup camera.
So I'm like, "Mick, I want a bumper." He goes, "What do you want to do?" I go, "If I'm stuck on the freeway, I want to be able to hit a K-rail and pop up over it." And he goes, "Okay." I go, "I also want to be able to run through closed gates and over fences and shit." He's like, "Okay." So Mick builds this fucking bumper. I saw him some pictures and shit. And he builds it out of fucking big tubing. It's got a skid plate that comes all the way under the front of the truck up to the whole front of the pusher on the front. And then it's got tubes that come out. It protects the winch. It's got all this shit. So we go right back where we were when this thing's done. Matt goes, "You sure you want to do this?" I go, "Yeah." And we fucking just went up about 10 miles an hour, and that fucking thing deflected us up. Tires caught, boom, out. Like, Mick He can build anything.
He's got a damn good eye for it. Oh, shit.
I might have to make me some bumpers out of Damascus.
I was waiting for it. It's gonna.
I wish I had time to sit around and think about all
I'm
this.
gonna get Mick to replace all the hardware fittings in my truck out of Damascus. My seatbelt bolts. I'll bet you all these Chevy guys and shit, all those fucking fancy billet aluminum knobs. I bet you could sell $300 Mocha tie knobs.
Oh yeah.
Now I bet you could do that, yeah. Where they screw just right on for gear shifters and stuff.
Well, the problem with that is, you know,
Riding them
Mocha
in the
tie
sun.
is heat covered.
Oh, it'll change.
That's what it rubs. I mean, eventually when you carry it, it'll rub the color out of it.
It's
And
turned-
then you
it's
have to
turned-
heat it again. Yeah.
It's turned brown on this side, very pretty. It's still got the blue here, but my blade is mostly brown now from just carrying it in my pocket for the heat.
Well, and sweat.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
changing
sense.
the pH.
Any acid will
That makes
make
sense.
that turn color some good.
I use it all. I cut a lot of boxes with it.
Yeah, like I said, it don't take, you know, especially like carbon steel. It's really susceptible to acids.
I get
That's
rid
good.
of that.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Taco Bell taco
You,
sauce.
you cleaned your plate.
Taco Bell makes some pretty good tacos.
Hell yeah, they do.
Yeah, a lot of sugar.
They have like 100 different flavors.
They do. Yeah, I like those little packets, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say those little mild sauce packets.
The
That'll make.
mice like them too. If you leave them any fucking place, it'll draw mice into a concrete building.
They like hot sauce?
Yeah, they do.
Ours do.
Dang.
We opened that drawer that had them in there, and they've been in the hot sauce eating the packets.
You open the drawer, he's like, "What's up, SA?"
Yeah.
We got cholo mice.
So no motorcycle right now. Working on a truck.
Are you making a C10?
Yeah, I got a guy working on it.
That's awesome.
We got it painted Fuller's GTO.
I saw, I've noticed you posting pictures of different ones and stuff, but
Yeah, it'll be a while before I get it.
that's
Oh,
what
hey,
I
there's one of those targets right here.
Mhm.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, that's steel?
Shootsteel.com.
Like AR?
AR-500 steel.
Do you not know the Shoot Steel guys?
I have not met them.
They come to I got a bunch of targets if you want to take them and shoot them.
Dude, their targets
like
are
'em.
badass. That's what we were talking about when you come
Those
in.
dudes are awesome, man.
I've been using old disc blades,
They're
Don't
Like-
you shoot to them?
9,500 yards.
they're long distance targets. Yeah, if you shot any of that kind of stuff, you know how it kind of has a slap to it. It don't gong. They put a spring on their mount so that it could wobble and actually allow the plate to vibrate and carry noise. So when you shoot a long distance, even out at 800, 900 yards, it still gongs loud enough that you can hear it
That's
clearly.
what like using them disc, those discs.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
concave.
Mhm.
So I just screw them to the trees,
Mhm.
and then when it hits that, and then again it deflects.
Mhm.
It sounds like somebody's ringing a doorbell. At
Mhm.
500
So you guys
yards.
tearing the discs up over
No, they're
time?
just old.
Oh.
Yeah,
You just
stuff-
got new implements?
yeah, like putting new blades on, like the teeth get wore off
Mhm.
or wore down.
Now that I'm a farmer, I'm having to learn all that.
Mm-hmm. It makes a big difference.
By farmer, I mean I just get Jack and West at the
Yeah, that's the best kind of farming.
No, man, those guys are awesome, but they're real farming though.
I can't believe you ain't got no boat. Yeah, so you
A
can
boat? I have a boat. It's right out front.
Yeah, I'm going on them river runs tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
you're talking about the poker? Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
it's-
no, I'm
yeah.
not doing that.
That's a money pit.
Yeah, you're telling.
He sends me a picture. It looks like a cross between a stealth fighter
Yeah.
and a 458 Italia Ferrari. It's all black, closed tri-cockpit, 3 bubbles. And he goes, you need this one. I said, what the fuck does that cost? And I said, I'll bet it's hot. And he goes, no, it's got all air conditioning and air seats and dude, it has fucking fighter pilot.
Yeah, I never
It's
seen
like it's
one
an
like
offshore boat.
I never seen one like that, but when I went to Havasu, you see it a
Dude, you
lot
got to
and
move these
stuff
boats
in there.
fucking sideways on trailers like the Thunderboats were.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it
we're
really
not,
is.
we are not doing
That's-
that shit. Which means we'll probably do it next year.
So I was talking to somebody about that when I was down in Destin, and I was like, they're like, you know what boat stands for? It's like,
Break out another 1,000.
and they
Yeah.
and they said if you're freshwater, it's bust out another 1,000, and they said if you go big freshwater or you go saltwater, it's bust out another 10,000.
Yeah, that's
They're
what James
like-
said. He goes, yeah, except it's not thousands.
I just couldn't do. I don't know if I could come to. I don't know if I could come to terms with even owning it.
Dude, I have
It
no
hurt my
trouble.
feelings.
I have enough trouble making a 50 Mercury run all the time.
That's I've got a
James
little bitty boat,
Hicks.
man.
James Hicks likes that boat shit enough that he is building a house or buying a house down on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's listing his house for sale. He just bought or put an offer on a place.
Oh, really? Well, he ain't that far.
So Cody got the little boat out front. Well, we have 2 private lake, Cedar lakes. Well, you can't put anything with a motor in there by the regulations. So I jokingly said, "All right, guys, I need an electric motor that I can water ski behind." And dudes were like, "Dude, it'd be a lot cheaper to go." Like they took me seriously. But dudes were posting links and videos to dudes water skiing behind electric motored boats.
Huh.
So like the technology is there. We got a Humminbird, or I don't know what it was, some fucking black and yellow thing.
Man,
And it moves that boat a lot faster than we could row it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get a good thrust. Like I said, that's the thing. On a private lake, you can do that.
Yeah, my boat's
It
just
don't
got
matter
one.
what kind of motor you put on it on a real lake. It then you qualify as a vessel. And you have to register
Licenses
it
and all kinds of
that stuff.
shit.
But that's not a big deal, right? You just go to the courthouse, register it.
No, it's not a big deal, but
Yeah, I gotta
but
go
then
do
you
that.
gotta have fire extinguishers,
Fire
Life jacket.
extinguisher, life jackets, lights,
whistles, lights.
all the bullshit, which
Yeah.
you should have anyways. Especially, which I want my 17-year-old kid to have with him when he
And
goes
he has
out.
to go through the boat school because
Am I-
he has to have a boat license since he was born
Yeah, I had to
after
jump. When I got the
something.
license plate for my lawnmower, I had to do all that shit.
Lawnmower.
He thinks I'm joking.
I think you should get one of the racing lights. You've seen those.
I don't want to
Those-
race them. I have a nice mower.
Dude, they sound so cool. So back in my hometown, we had lawnmower races there at the fair. But dude, they sounded like
But they don't cut any
built up
grass.
Chevelles. No, they weren't for that. They were for going real
Those
fast.
mini tractor pull.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so fast. Oh my gosh. They would blow flames out of the side because they were
Alcohol.
running alcohol.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. It was so cool to watch.
That is totally redneck.
You got a John Deere tattoo yet?
I don't want no John Deere tattoos.
I know you got a bunch of John Deere tractors.
My dad does. I don't know why he keeps buying anything. I wouldn't buy one.
A John Deere? How come?
Just don't like them.
What would you buy?
New Holland.
Kubota?
New Holland.
The orange one?
Blue ones.
He likes
I
the
know
blue.
it's time. It says something that all the fucking road crews are all using New Hollands.
They know how to bid a job. I don't know. My dad likes the John Deere.
He's got a New Holland.
He's got a New Holland.
Yeah, he had Cody drive it for a
Yeah, he's
when he
got
went out there.
he's got a new John, not new, but his last one was a big John Deere 4-wheel drive. And he likes it, man.
The first time I went to Horton's house, they had a tractor broke in 2 pieces sitting in there.
That was a John Deere.
It was the fucking size of his fucking C-130 Like it literally, it was fucking,
Well, it was about 21 foot wide.
It was like looking at a fucking airplane without the wings on it. It's huge. I have pictures of Cody standing in the wheel.
Yeah.
Up, just standing
That's
in the
a
wheel.
two-wheel drive. That's the two-wheel drive one. He's got one like that before now.
Yeah,
Got big wheels all the way
The
around.
tractor game's an interesting thing. That's when Jack West first brought that person over, and I could stand in the bucket. I was like, this is pretty big.
Dude, they were
It
pulling.
moves a lot of dirt.
In
Yeah.
one tractor, grabbed a tree. You couldn't put your arms around it. I go, so we're going to chainsaw these trees down, you guys are going to pick them up, then we're going to dig the roots out, or what? He goes, no.
It was funny.
Dude, he went up, I go, I wonder what he's doing. He goes, fucking grabs this, kind of pushes it,
it's
grabs
got a
this
claw on
tree.
it.
Oh, it got a claw.
And
So
pulls it.
he pulls it up like you would pick a Hershey's Kiss
like
out of a
picking
bowl.
a piece of hair out of your finger.
Yeah.
Picks it up,
Shakes it.
slams it down, gets all the dirt off. We go over and look. The hole the tree came out of, me and Colin could stand in it and probably not climb out of
Yeah.
it. So he takes, there's 5 or 6 of these trees down.
Mm-hmm.
He takes them and grabs them 2, 3 at a time, picks it up, pushes it back against itself, and snaps them in half with a fucking,
It was awesome.
like toothpicks.
I gotta go out. I gotta go outside.
Alright.
After that slight interlude.
Jeremy had to take off. You should have seen him getting the water out of the refrigerator. There's 2 paddles
I
there.
know.
And he's got that big Sonic cup. So he goes, oh man, ice. I go, you gotta hit the bottom paddle. And just as I started to say, you better move that lid, it shot water.
Yeah.
He goes, I've been talking to your refrigerator. We got a dude to clean that up. Use your intern. All right,
I
so
don't like this.
on the heels of yesterday, the shotgun card guy, and I'm gonna order in my agency. He watched our video, well, because I sent him a link to the video. I sent him a link to the video. I said, here you go, retard, and sent him a link. And he replied, John, hilarious. Firstly, I see you have nothing better to do than creating a YouTube video regarding our emails. Which is funny, because this dude has read, he watched our YouTube videos. He knows how this works. Secondly, usually when I come on the scene, it's always to acquire results. You are a prime example. The interaction between our emails had such a tremendous impact on you, which caused you to create a YouTube video solely about me. Was the video only about him? We talked about a bunch of other shit in there, didn't we?
I don't even remember.
Your video about me was confirmation that my words took full control of your emotions. It caused you to react by creating a video. That is correct, John. I am in control of you. Understanding that I have made you my hand puppet. Create another YouTube video to inform everyone that I dominated you through your emotions. Is he in a Psychology 101 class or something? He's been watching he's been watching Profiler.
Yeah.
In regards to your annual revenue report income, I have resources. So fucking post them up, dipshit. Let's see them. I have resources. On the contrary to your comments, I never place $1,000 orders with any hole-in-the-wall companies. So why were you talking to us then? I was looking for someone to customize a Velcro side saddle to test in the field. I actually found a company who took the job. Be it known, I placed an order with them for a quantity of 1. Concerning displaying my name and phone number on cards and distributing them, I challenge you to do so. You will be opening a door I'm positive you will regret. Try me.
And
I think he meant, come at me, bro.
yeah, on the thing though with the side saddles, like people have been making the side saddles for shotguns for a while. Everyone knows what works. That's why there's not options.
We could take it and reverse it like he's asking. The problem is,
Yeah, we talked about it is a fact.
well, you can't put it anywhere else.
Yeah. And that hook will attach to everything. That is exactly why there's no hook on the outside of our bags. There's only loop, and on the inside too, because that way you can put stuff on it, but stuff doesn't get stuck to it.
It's the lesser of two evils. So if you, we know why.
Yeah, like for those who don't know, like I just explained it, but Jesus, like it shouldn't be that difficult, especially on the outside of a gun, because then you're gonna get all kinds of grass and dirt and sticks and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Supposedly, if you're
It's the lesser of two evils. So if you're on the range training or whatever, and you want to strip that card off, you drop it on the ground. Your card has the hook. It picks up some debris from the ground. So if it was soft-sided, it wouldn't pick as much debris up as it would with the hard-side Velcro. But that means you have to have all that hard shit on all your other shit, and it will fucking eat your clothes. It'll eat everything,
including you.
Yeah, it'll bite the shit out of you. It'll fucking stick to everything. So it's just the lesser of two evils. Yes, we could put the soft side, and that would alleviate 5% of the problem, but it would create 95% more problem.
Even if you're just talking about if you had hook on your wardrobe, your sling, anything else of yours that doesn't need to attach to it would be attached to it.
It'll eat up your nice shirts, it'll eat up your fucking t-shirt, it'll eat fucking everything.
But
and we spent a lot of time, a couple hours last night, the dudes just straightening up all that fucking disaster
totally
out there.
Yeah.
They cleaned up a bunch of that. I went through a fucking, dude, we had so much end cut webbing, like just at the end of the roll, it won't fit the next one, so we just pile it up, you know. We went through, I did fucking 150 belts last night just out of the scrap. And then I've got tubs where we've gone through and cleaned and put it all in before. I've got tubs that'll do probably another fucking 300 belts just out of webbing that typically would have been thrown away. We got in the snake trailer yesterday and cleaned the shit by we, I mean somebody who wasn't me. Vacuumed the fuck out of all of that shit.
It looks better.
It looks, yeah,
it's nice when you get the hands.
And they're in the back now, cleaning up all that stuff back there, all that dust and shit. And we got there's probably 200 belts sitting back there that are covered in dirt and dust from when the puppies were back there.
Yeah, the puppies.
So we got a, Cody was blowing them off, but in the time of labor to pay somebody to do that, it literally would be cheaper to cut the buckle off, throw it away, and just use the hardware. So we'll have them clean some of that, organize up a bunch of that shit, and get through there. And we got a bunch of animal shit. I got 2 of the guys doing today. So being able to train a few different dudes and not having one, like the problem we've had is with the animals, we have some very expensive animals, and you get these reptile guys, and you hire a reptile guy, and he's your dude. When you have it scheduled into your daily schedule where, you know, you spend an hour on the animals every day, that's one thing. When you have a reptile dude and he goes sideways on you, you've allocated that hour of every day someplace else. So you got to find fucking 5-6 hours on a weekend or whatever. So Cody does them, I do some of them. Yeah. So to train, you know, we'll no longer have one dude that does one thing. We'll have fucking 6 dudes that can do fucking everything. So we'll rotate them through.
Yeah, which is way better anyway. Because that way in the event we all need it done fast.
Yeah.
6 dudes do one thing and then it's done in
right.
1/6 of the time.
So we're doing a lot more reptile shit this week. Once it's all cleaned up, we'll get in there and shoot some video. Guys ask over and over all the fucking time about it, and I just ignore it. We just literally haven't had the time to go in there, and it's been a mess. So that's being handled. We got a bunch of farm shit we got to get done. We really need to move all these ducks out to the other place, and we'll get that done. And then just we're really starting to prep to get ready to move. We're gonna get some tile thrown down in that work bay. The upstairs is nowhere near done. It's usable, but if we move in there, we'll never fucking finish it. But we're gonna finish up that work bay in the bottom, that 6,000 foot area, and at that point we can start relocating a lot of shit. So we're just cleaning, compressing, throwing shit away here, in preparation, organizing, in preparation to be able to move seamlessly.
And even in the back, you know, we've gotten everything. Here, there's a way more organization back there right now. Blocked, faced, everything together. So.
And that was all you. That was just you and Cody. I mean, did a ton of that shit. So it's amazing. Like you get a bunch of dudes in to help, and things speed up, but then fucking so much gets lost. So I get it. Got anything else?
No.
Regular Guys Firearm page on Facebook. Chris Bondi runs it. He's got 11 moderators or so, I think. Check them out. Might be for you, might not be for you. He's an alumni dude. He trains quite a bit. We like him. He's been in the shop a bunch of times. Check him out. Throw him some traffic. Give him a like. If you don't like it, you know, whatever. But at least, you know, check it out. And that's what. I think that's all I got.
That's it.
I think I got other shit I have to do right now. All right, cut that shit off. Gotta take some.